Hi everyone. I wanted to do a short video or shorter video on the soul and what it is, what it means, where it comes from, and so on. Uh, I can feel that there are a lot of people on Earth right now, especially with what's happening, the division and issues on Earth that are currently happening, I should say, more so than other times on Earth. Feels like we have a massive massive line of issues that are being undertaken right now, and I just wanted to speak a little bit on it. I will do a much more in-depth video on the soul, but for now just wanted to do a short video just to speak a little bit on the soul and maybe give a little bit more of an insight of what my longer video would be about. So, well, let's start, of course, with the origin. I've never really seen many videos or stuff online, especially on the origin of the soul, and I don't know exactly what the reason is for that. To be honest, I think the main reason is because not a lot of people understand and know. Uh, I it has taken me, I should say, many years to understand who I am and what I am. A long journey it has been, and although it's worth it now, of course, and it always was, uh, that during that journey I, of course, found it very, very hard and was tested by the universe. Now, some people will understand what I mean by that. Some people won't. If you don't understand what that means, it's that the universe does set up certain situations in your life to see how you deal with them. Um, and a lot of how you deal with those situations can affect your soul and can add to it or subtract from the soul. Most often than not, it's adding to it rather than subtracting. It takes a lot to subtract from the soul because, as we'll discuss, it is a incredibly influential and powerful thing in your life. So, when we look at, when we speak, or when we look at the origin of soul, of the soul, is that it is a creation of the universe. It is like it's like your book, and everything that you, in terms of when I say you, your soul, has done, has lived, has experienced, it's all recorded. Of course, everything in the universe, everything that has occurred or ever occur, is recorded, and your soul is like a mini version of that, a mini universe, if you will, and how you live your lives, depending on how many lives that you have lived, or maybe this could be possibly your first life as a soul, will of course affect the rest of your lives. And this is something that was taught in the ancient world on Earth, and that teaching has, of course, well, I say of course, if you understand where I'm coming from, it has been attacked. It has been removed from education, and purposely, of course. It's obviously human beings with souls are a lot easier to control when they have no idea of how powerful or intelligent they can be, let alone know that they can call on the soul for guidance and for help in their lives and their decisions and what they do. So we can see if you read things like the pyramid texts, which are the hieroglyphs from the pyramid of Saqqara in today's Egypt, that you will see it is a very, very in-depth text on the soul and the movement of the soul, life within the universe, and, well, mostly more the transition between Earth and the heavens, if you will. And the soul is a direct creation of the universe. So when the soul is created, it doesn't necessarily have to live as a human being. It can live as an animal, it can live as plants, it can live as anything that is directly originated from the universe. And of course that would include stars. So what many people might not know about themselves is that they have lived as stars before they lived as human beings. And that does a lot of good for your soul. That makes you very receptive and connected to the universe. You know, having a history wandering the universe as a star is a very, very special thing to hold within your soul. And understanding the transition from possibly being a star to a human being is something that every single person should understand, whether they have a soul or not, because it is, quite simply, it's a ruling fact of reality, and it can't be, it can be dismissed, but I wouldn't recommend it. And knowing that and understanding this transition is a big thing. Is a massive thing for people on Earth, especially, as I said, with what's going on the Earth. You know, we know that there's problems. There have been problems. Sorry, I should say. Pardon me. Sorry, on Earth for a very long time, and that continues today. So, in the ancient world, there was, you had teachings of Zoroastrianism, you had the pyramid texts, you had Abyssinia, you had, again, I'll point out that you had Jia, you had Sumer, you had many, many ancient civilizations that were incredibly understanding of the soul. And to understand why that they would know so much about the soul is because they never had the complete changing and control of the entire earth. So what I mean by that is, although that there were wars between many people, there was still a great understanding and education at the same time. So yes, people had disagreements. Although, to be honest, with the highest level of intelligence, maybe we should say that there shouldn't be as many disagreements. But, that is an incredibly perfect world to have no disagreements between anything or anyone. And the Earth hasn't reached that stage. So,